Welcome to the Weekly Growl, where bold conversations meet good coffee. Every Tuesday night, Bayou goes live to talk men's grooming, mental health, coffee, culture, and the gear that actually matters. No fluff, no filters, just real talk. This is the show that keeps it raw, bold, and unapologetic. So grab your mug, let's growl.
Comment ça va, mes amis? Sorry about all the wait. Yeah, once again, technical difficulties. And since Dagan's not here, I'm going to blame him. Love you, Dagan. Much love. Yeah, he and I did some work on this afternoon, and I did some new and interesting things. And I don't know that this stuff is working. Obviously, it's not because... okay. And what, man, I don't know what the heck is up. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't get this to come up. I couldn't go live. He kept give me some kind of wonky thing. So, but hey, we're live here. Hello to Kevin. What's up, you beautiful people? I think there was someone else who was in the chat originally, but that stream got foobarred. So we're here now. Got a special guest tonight. It's Uncle Junior, or Uncle JR. I'm not sure which it is. We're going to find out here in just a minute. And he is the owner and operator of JR Cutlery. And he's going to talk to us and tell us a little bit about what he does. Because what we have here is failure to communicate. So, welcome in and... All right, what's happening, my brother?
Howdy.
Yep, and just so folks know, just to let you know, yeah, I'm drawing from the pool. He's one of my club brothers, Renegade Beard Club. You guys may or may not know that I'm part of the Beard Club. Yep, I do that. That's my thing. And I didn't realize that he is a knife maker. And from what I've seen, I tried to set up a scene to show you guys pictures, but his website is posted in the description. It's just not highlighted. I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, it's JB Cutlery. And why did I call you Uncle JR? I don't know. My brain is just not hitting on all five cylinders tonight. Yeah, there's only five. All right. We see and hear you live. Okay. So go ahead, my brother, and just introduce yourself and let us know a little bit about who you are, where you're from, what do you do when you get there.
Well, I'm Jerry, commonly known as JB or Uncle JB. I'm part of the Alabama chapter of the Renegade Beard Club. I'm a lieutenant with the club. Been making knives for a little over a year now. And, like he was saying, you can go to my website, see some of my knives at jbcutlery.com. I make mainly fixed blade knives, everyday carry type stuff, some hunting knives, and that sort of thing.
Now, what got you into this, man? How did you get started?
Well, I've always loved knives ever since I was a kid, and the older I got, with me working as a machinist most of my life, I have a good understanding of working with steels and different stuff, and so I just always wanted to make my own and see if I could do it, and started a little over a year ago.
Just when I think you've said the stupidest thing ever, you keep talking.
Sorry about that. That was not part of the broadcast. That was not supposed to be part of the broadcast.
Yeah, I got started a little over a year ago to see if it was something I could do and whether I was any good at it and become obsessed. Unfortunately, it's a an obsession is the best way to describe it.
Yep. Well, most of our hobbies, unfortunately, are obsessions. Well, some of us do turn our hobbies into obsessions.
I met a master bladesmith at a local event early last year, and was talking to him about it, and he's like, "Well, hey, let me ask you, have you started making any knives yet?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, damn, it's too late already."
Well, I don't understand why that it means it's too late, but hey, whatever.
Yeah, like I say, it's like a bad habit. Once you get started, it's hard to shake it.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, well, it's kind of like when you start collecting beard products.
Yeah, I get fussed out about that one.
Yeah,
My girlfriend, she's like, "Why do you need more stuff?" Because I want it.
because it's necessary.
Exactly.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, damn. I'm trying to fix our fixins, and those fixins aren't very fixable. But oh heck, it's not working according to plan. But of course. But anyway, so you say you make fixed blades. Explain to us what exactly is a fixed blade for those of us who may not know.
Fixed blade is one that you cannot fold up like a pocket knife. Um, it's one solid piece of steel, not a hinged piece. Um, and you generally would carry it in a sheath, whether it be Kydex or a leather sheath.
Okay, now I saw some of the pictures on your website where you do have leather sheaths. Do you make those, or is that something that
Yes.
you order?
No,
Okay,
I hand make them myself.
oh wow, so you're also a leathersmith then.
Uh, Rookie. We'll go with that.
All right.
I'm still learning. There's a lot left to be learned on that.
Well, the as the longer we live, the more there is for us to learn. And if you're not learning, you're not living. And
Exactly.
I know this from personal experience, and I try to learn something new every day. Just apparently, I didn't learn the technical stuff today that I was hoping for.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like I tell the guys I work with. I've been being a machinist for right at 30 years now, and I've still got a lot to learn.
Well, that's with most of us. No matter what you do, there's always room for growth and room for improvement. Because
Oh yeah.
what might be the greatest thing right now, and you can do it all about tomorrow. It's yesterday's news.
Oh yeah.
So that's
There's
very interesting.
always going to be some new something that you don't know.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I'm gonna try to do something here. Y'all bear with me, because I'm doing this in midstream. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to ask you: do you have? Go well. I'm gonna come back here. All right. That you made it to show us to see some of your
Uh,
craftsmen.
well, I can grab a few of them. Just a second.
All right. Well, while you're grabbing that, I'm gonna set up a scene to show him full screen if that's all right with everybody.
It's not a trend. It's a
Do
life.
that. No, don't do that either. Yeah. I'm Okay, well, I can't set up a scene to do that, but I can do this and make you bigger. And then I'll make me smaller. Yeah, there we go. Now, let's see some of your wares, my friend. Ooh, that's nice. And it's also shiny. Wow. Yeah, I can't get anything to shine. And I'm guessing that that's something that ain't going to break anytime soon, if at all, ever.
Well, everything is breakable. It's just a matter of how bad you abuse it. Um, this is a hunting knife that I made. I don't know how well you can see it with the glare of the light.
Oh, I can see it quite well, and it's got that bottle opener at the top.
Yeah, it's got the gut hook on it.
You call it a gut hook, I call it a bottle opener. Yeah, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. So I'm guessing that everything you make is pretty much to order, custom made to order. Am I correct with
uh,
that?
for the most part, yeah. Most of what I've made has been to order, but these that I've got right here are ones that are for sale. Um,
Yeah, well, I figured as much because if those were custom made to order, they wouldn't be sitting at your shop.
yeah, well, I made these a while, early on. That's really all I've got right now that I can show that I've got out here in the shop with me. Um, I've got one other knife, but it's all clamped up right now, letting the epoxy dry on the handle, so you can't really see anything on it. Um,
And do you what do you use for handles? Do you have anything particular that you like to use,
um,
or do you do whatever the customer would like?
well, I use a lot of different woods: ironwood, maple, zebra wood.
Zebra wood.
Uh, yeah, this knife here actually, the handle on it is zebra wood. You can see the striping in it,
Yeah,
and it's kind of a light color, a light brown color with darker brown streaks in it.
yeah, I see that. That's
And
nice.
um, and then I use some composite materials like micarta, which is a real strong, durable material. Uh, G10, which is a lot of times used, in electric motors as an insulator, but it's a really, really hard, durable material that makes really good knife handles.
Interesting. And do you ever do any other stuff like per se pearl or exotic? I guess you could call it.
I've used some like acrylics, acrylic handles. They do really well. Um, and I have cast some cast epoxy handles before. I have all the stuff here to do it with. Um, but as far as like getting into, I haven't done any of the like antler or bone or any of that yet. Eventually, I want to get to the point where I can do like mammoth ivory and stuff like that. But that's going to be on some really higher end knives. And finding people that want to pay that kind of money is a little more difficult.
I got you. Now, what did I do? Oh, okay. Now I can see it. I'm busy trying to adjust stuff, and I'm looking at the chat, And Ziggy with it. Hello from Taiwan. Yes, I saw you, brother. That's my brother. He's in Taiwan on a disc golf tour, I think. And he asked, "Is nobody chatting, or is it a problem on my?" No, just nobody chatting. And he said, "What did he say?" Guys, I'm sorry, folks. I can't put comments up like usual. My stuff is still screwing up, of course. You know, why, I don't know. I'll have to go back and recheck everything. But Zicky says, I've been watching snooker on the TV here, and when they zoom in on the cues, it looks like they might be using zebra wood these days. Interesting.
That's
And
possible.
Kevin, the my unofficial sponsor, asked, "Do you make them from files or metals?" I'm not exactly sure what that means, but you could answer that better than I could.
I have made one knife from a flat file. That was my very first knife, and I made it as a gift for a friend of mine. But all the rest of my knives that I've made have been out of just high carbon flat bar. I've actually made a couple of knives out of old bearings, um, but the most part I buy steel that is manufactured for the knife making business, and make my Damascus from that.
Ah, very, very fascinating. Uh, so, because I want to know, and hey, you never know. It might be somebody out there else that wants to know. Take me, take us step by step through the process of. I call you up and say, "Hey, JB, look, I want this beautiful." All right, my homie Michael Romy says, "Do you make prison shanks as well?"
Yeah, I
I'm sure you can.
I reckon anything could be a shank if you want it to be.
Well, I've worked at a jailhouse, so I know more about that than I would like to. But anyway, let's say I call you up and say, "Hey, man, I want this gift from my brother-in-law because he's real big in hunting, and I'm trying to get more deer meat from him this year.
Yeah.
What can you make me?" You tell me, "Okay, I can make you this knife that's, let's say, 12 inches long." What do you
Right.
do from there? Because I'm telling you, look, I have no idea what you do because I don't. So,
Yeah.
I just, give
Well, I
me
mean,
something.
basically, um, well, we just had to, figure out: are you looking for a Damascus knife, or can it be just a mono steel, which means it's made out of just one type of steel? Um,
Okay, now
what
Damascus
design?
knife. What does that mean?
Damascus is a combination of more than one type of steel. Um, One of the more common is, like, what I use is a 1095 steel, which is a high carbon steel, and 15N20, which contains approximately 2% nickel in it. That's where, like on a twisted Damascus knife, you see all the little silver streaks, swirls, and stuff in it. That's the nickel showing through after you've done an acid etch on the knife, because
Wow.
the nickel will resist the acid, where the high carbon does not, and that's why it makes the high carbon turn a darker gray to black color, and it gives it that real nice that contrast and makes everything stand out.
So, is one better than the other, or is it just up to your preferences?
uh Really, as far as for strength, it really depends on the application that the knife is going to be for. um like when you're talking about kitchen cutlery, you're going to want a knife that can resist flexing, something that's going to hold an edge better.
Something
Um,
something that can survive the dishwasher.
yeah,
Paraphrase.
that's really not recommended on any quality knife. Because
I'm aware. I'm just saying that for in case somebody out there is watching.
yeah, you really don't want to put a knife in the dishwasher if you can help it. Um,
And if she's not watching, well, she can see it on the replay. Extra emphasis.
because
You don't want to do that.
your high carbon knives um, are typically carbon steel will rust a lot faster than say stainless, which majority of your stainlesses will not rust, but some grades of stainless will. Um, Now this is the knife I'm currently working on. Um,
Oh, that's nice. That's
I don't know if
real
you
pretty.
can see the.
I see the etchings
Let
on
me
it.
turn it
Yeah,
on this one. You see the little kind of gold-looking streak that's running just above the cutting edge.
yeah.
That's actually copper.
Really? Oh,
Um,
wow.
this is I did a twist Damascus, stretched it out, cut it into three sections, and then flattened it all back out again. And then when I restacked everything, I put copper shim stock in between the layers. And that way, once I ground my edge bevels in, it revealed that copper, and it makes just kind of like a lightning streak through the knife.
All right. Well, I'm sorry. I interrupted. Okay, let's go back to the process. Now we determine. And what's up, G. Lou? Thank you for dropping in. Appreciate it, brother. So, Ziggy says it looks like a topographical map.
Well,
My-
like I say, you want to, basically you want to figure out what type design, knife would you want. Um, then determine are you wanting it to be Damascus? Do you want it to be mono steel? Um, and then you figure out what type of handle you would want on it. And then what kind of sheath do you want? Do you want leather or do you want Kydex? Leather is nice. It is durable. You can do designs on it and everything. You can make it to carry virtually any which way you want it to. Kydex is less expensive to do, but it's more durable than the leather. Um, and this is coming from a man that's been doing this many more years than I have, and all he does is leather. And at that time, I was not doing any leather work. And, he was like, look, I'm going to tell you right now, Kydex will outlast a leather sheath 3 to 1.
and
Um,
and for those of us who are everyday carry, I personally like leather and Kydex together. Leather against my skin, Kydex against my weapon.
there you go.
It's a lot more comfortable. And to interrupt once again, homie Michael Romy says, I've never washed kitchen knives. I hit them with scalding water and then wipe them clean. Hey, I bet you keep a good edge on them that way.
Yeah.
And then Kevin
Yeah.
would like to see the copper knife again.
All right. Give me just a second. Let me get all my clamps back off of it.
Hey, come on, Kevin. You're
Is
making
it?
it work too hard. You need to send him some
Oh,
Uber
that's
for
all right.
that.
This one is in the process of drying right now.
Well, that's beautiful. Now,
And
see,
this one has a maple burl handle on it.
oh wow, that is beautiful. Now, see, that's a beautiful type of gift to get for somebody. Like my, either one of my brother-in-laws said because they both hunt. The only issue I have with that, okay, if somebody got that for me, I would never use it.
Yeah.
I would need a sheet for it because it would be behind me, my usual background. Those of y'all that watch me with Dagan know that I got my beard set up behind me with the bookshelf with all my stuff. Well, a knife like that would probably be front and center where you could see it on camera. It's either that or put it in a freaking trophy case in the living room, which I don't have room for a trophy case, but
Well,
that's something too pretty
I've
to
actually
use.
I've actually got an order for another one that instead of the copper, uh, it will have nickel in it, which will give it a silver streak. Which some of the pictures I sent you earlier have got that, and the guy that ordered it, that's his intention. He's going to have a display case for it sitting on his desk.
Oh, I guess so, because that's beautiful, man. Uh, several years back, real good friend of ours gave me this a rifle, a 22 rifle, and before they gave it to me, her husband is a gunsmith. He's just not gunsmithing. Didn't do all the paperwork or any of that stuff. But anyway, he took it
Yeah,
all apart, and they uh, scrubbed down and refinished the wooden stock because they thought it looked too girly. Because I don't know what kind of wood it is. I don't know nothing about wood, but I told them straight up. They said, we're gonna give it to you." And I'm like, "What you gonna give that to?" And they redid it, refinished it. He put all back together, and it's like, "Well, I'm not gonna shoot that." And I'm like, "Why?" I was like, "Man, that shit's gonna be in a case somewhere. It looks too pretty to use."
oh yeah,
And
yeah. I've got
I'm
an old
goofy that
rifle
way.
I bought years ago. I've got an old Winchester 30-30 I bought in my early 20s. Bought it in a pawn shop for $175, and the last time I checked, in current condition, that gun is worth over $2,000.
Oh wow, man, that's and I'm guessing you're not selling it anytime soon either.
No, no, my grandkids will get that gun.
Now, Kevin wants to know how much for the copper knife.
One like that runs 375.
Yep, I think you may have gotten your first customer from the stream.
Yeah, that one runs 375.
Now, how much? What's the high end of the knives you make, and what's the low end? And that's my question for now. Then I'll have another question coming out
Yeah.
after that.
Well, like that style knife right there, it's just my little everyday carry line. Is what I call my thorn line. And I got asked, when I first started that line, why are you calling it thorn? I said, well, imagine you got some big burly son of a gun on you. You can't get him off. You stick a thorn in his side, and he'll get the hell off of you. You might have to roll him off at that point, but he's going off. He's getting off.
Yeah.
But the mono steel version of that knife runs about $100 because
Okay.
they're a lot easier to make, a lot less time consuming, a lot less materials involved. Um, because like I say, I'm working with multiple steels and there's multiple processes and trying to get it done. Um, and then plus, I'm running a gas forge, so I got to take into account, you know, using a lot of propane to do that.
I'm Hank Hill, and propane is my life.
There you go.
So, what's your upper end, your top end knives? And I'm guessing that would be with multiple
Uh,
choices of materials and
yeah,
stuff in it.
I've got one set of knives that I'm in the process of working on for a guy. It's a matched pair of butterfly swords. Um,
Ooh, that
and
was my next question.
yeah, their overall length, handle, and everything is going to be somewhere around 19 inches long, and the blade width is about uh, 3.5 inches wide. Um,
Wow.
which
That
You
sounds
know,
heavy.
yeah, a set like that, yeah, they're probably going to have a little weight to them, but that's you kind of expect that with something that big. Something like that's going to probably run for a matched pair like that. It's probably going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,200 or so. So that's
Yeah, well, I would expect that. I was thinking it's got to be over 1,000. And my
yeah.
next question was going to be, can you make swords? And you just answered
I
that.
have not yet. Well, I
Well,
have not yet. It the butterfly swords technically are called a sword, but they're just basically a big knife, or a short. They're a short sword, I guess you could
yeah.
say. Um, but that, yeah, I do have the plans on getting into doing some sword work eventually. Just have not got there yet.
Well, that is definitely too cool for school. Not that I need a sword, but, you know, it'd be cool to hang one on the wall, you know?
Oh yeah,
You know, like you see on TV, these rich people's house, well, these mainly the Asian people that are practicing martial arts, they'll have a katana up hanging up on the wall, and you know when the doo doo hits the fan, they go grab that. That's the kind of
yeah.
stuff.
That's
But
that's one I would love to be able to make. But that's down the road a little bit.
and I imagine that would be a pretty penny for something like that.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
because the typical traditional katanas are folded many times, and to where you be upwards of 2,000 layers of steel by the time it's all said and done.
wow, that that sounds like a long process.
Oh yeah, yeah. From a reputable sword maker, you would probably be looking at several months lead time on a sword.
Oh, well, I guess so. I mean, it's not something that you can just pop out with a 3D printer.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you, Kevin. Remember to hit the like button, like, share, and subscribe. And Ziggy says, yeah, the movies always have the loudest blades and the rattliest firearms. Yeah, that's the truth. But yeah, but several months, yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all because, you know, if you want a cheap piece of crap, go buy you a cheap piece of crap. But if you want something real nice, you know, if you got money to burn, unfortunately, I don't have money to burn. Otherwise, I'd be getting a katana from you. And I'd even ask you to make me a nice little rack to hang it on the wall. I could hang it right behind me on my background.
Oh, there you go. That'd look real good in the background.
Oh, hell yeah. Never get any use for it, but hey, it would look good. But no, sorry. Uh, I live on a meager income. I can't afford to uh, show off that much. Heck, I'm showing off with my high dollar
Me
beret.
either.
I'm showing off this high dollar
I,
beret and my high dollar pin, my MIAPOW pin.
I'm making them and I still can't afford them. So,
Oh, Ziggy wants to know how many folds will the sword have?
the the ones I'm making are
Yeah.
uh not sure yet. I'm still working on designing what I'm gonna do to them.
And
It was left up to me as to how I was gonna do it.
and to
Uh,
sound like an idiot, I'm going to ask you, what does that actually mean, folds?
uh, it's basically where you'll take and stack layers of alternating types of steel. You'll forge weld them together. You stretch it out. Excuse me. Then you'll cut it up into sections clean all that up, and then restack it together, and that's basically folds. You're just basically folding that billet over on itself time and time again to create more and more and more layers. So, where you say you start off with a stack of 10 layers, you stretch it out, cut it into 5 sections, and restack it. Now you've got 50 layers. You stretch that out, cut it into 5 sections. Now you've got 250 layers. And just carries on and on. The more you stretch it, cut it, and restack it, you're just multiplying that number.
Wow. That sounds like a lot of work.
It can be. Without the right equipment, it can be a lot of work.
I would imagine so. And Kevin wants to know, did you apply to be on Forged in Fire?
What I was told by Doug Marcotta is basically the way to get on there is to make yourself known on social media, uh, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, which I'm working on trying to get all that going. Uh, I've got a Facebook page. I do have a YouTube page, but it's sad. It's only got 2 little videos of me showing a few of my knives that I've made. I'm gonna get started making videos and stuff of me actually making the knives.
That sounds
But
fascinating.
I do want to be on the show. Whether I'll win or not, who knows. It would be nice.
Personally, I
Though.
think just being on the show would be a big win. That's just me.
Oh yeah, from what I've heard people talk about that have been on the show, even if they didn't win, uh, their knife business jumped drastically.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
I would think so. It's just like the people on American Idol and The Voice. Even if they get knocked out in the first or second round, they've gotten national, possibly even international exposure. And Forged in
right.
Fire, you don't have to. As long as you showed up on there, people saw you. Boom.
I've
How
seen
do
what you can do.
yeah, like Easy E said, negative publicity is still publicity.
Exactly.
Yeah, so yeah, that would be definitely would be great if you could get on there. And it looks like you're going about things the right way because you're starting to build social media presence. I mean, not that this live stream is all that big, but it's growing by leaps and bounds. And hopefully, I can help you as you help me, and we help each other. And we all just live along fine and dandy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've just got a little small shop. I work out of a little 12 by 24 utility building.
Well, it's not how big it is, it's how well you work with it. Wait, that sounds familiar.
Exactly.
That's what she said. So you said earlier, I believe you said you're from Alabama?
Yeah, I'm in the city of Vance, which is about a half hour north of Tuscaloosa, home of Alabama Crimson Tide.
I've partied there. Partied there with the unsupervised bus uh, quite a few years back. But yeah, and I've been through Tuscaloosa multiple times as a truck driver. So did you
Yeah.
grow up there, or is that where you're from?
I grew up about probably about 20 minutes away from here in Bessemer, which is basically right next door to Vance.
Well,
But
I know
I've
where
in
Bessemer
this
is.
general area, yeah, I lived in Bessemer till my early 20s, and then got married and moved to a couple of different places after that, and then got divorced and came back home. So
And see, Ziggy with it can uh, correct me if I'm wrong, but Bessemer has I think it's a Petro
yes,
2.
Yeah, there's a Petro right off of my exit, and you go about 20 minutes south from there to get to the Mercedes plant.
And Ziggy's asking is Vance where the Mercedes plant is?
Yes.
Is it okay? I didn't think it was there, but I
Yeah,
know.
it's in the city limits of Vance, I believe.
Okay, okay, and that's about the same size as my office. What, the city of Vance or his 12 by
My
24
building.
building? And, and no, Michael, they aren't licking the windows on this unsupervised bus because Abita Beer was an unofficial sponsor. You can just let your mind wander with that. But anyway, back to the conversation. Yeah, so okay, I remember that Petro in Bessemer. I don't remember if it's a Petro or a Petro 2 because there's a Petro 2 somewhere up there, which is like smaller version of the Petro. But anyway, irrelevant. I can remember hanging out there because I blew out a tire on hell. I don't even remember what interstate that is, but
I
maybe
59 or
that's 50,
5920.
59. Okay, I thought 20, but I was like, I was coming back from Atlanta, I believe, and
Yeah.
this lady in this brand new little Volkswagen. It wasn't a Beetle, but it was a Volkswagen. Yeah, she was up on my butt back bumper close enough to read the serial number on my license plate. Well, she like to had a heart attack because I had a tire blowout. And it threw rubber, and oh, she stopped. I asked her, "Ma'am, you okay?" She says, "Oh, I'm okay." Is your car case? Before I could say anything, she said, "I'm so sorry. I know I shouldn't have been following that close. I'm so sorry I was following that close." And I was like, "Okay, yeah." Because man,
Yeah, a guy I worked for years ago used to be a truck driver, and he was driving through the mountains out Midwest somewhere, and had somebody following him like that, just right on his tail, and he threw a tread, and it. He said it threw the tread through the radiator of that car.
damn. Oh, that deserves
Yeah,
yeah.
he said I just kept on rolling because the tire was still holding there, and I was not checking up.
Well, I had to pull over because I wanted to check the tire, and when I saw she pulled, I was like, "Oh shit, here we go." Incident report. She's like, "I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have been following so close. Is your trailer all right?" Yes, ma'am. Everything's fine. But yeah, it was kind of funny, but everything worked out, and God, that was probably 20 years ago or more. No, it was more than that because I've been married 21 years, and this was before I got married. Damn, I'm getting old. Who did that? How did that happen? But yeah, so you just a country fella living in the country
Yeah.
and making knives. I'm not as interested in your knife making because I was real big into knives when I was younger. I was just and then I got older and it just kind of lost its charm to me. But the leather working that you're doing, that's what interests me.
Yeah, well, no lie, everything I know about leatherworking I learned off of YouTube.
Hey, there's no shame in that at all, brother. None at all.
Um, a
Uh,
lot of trial and error.
well, I knew this guy that I worked with who he didn't like the holsters that he could buy or
Yeah.
the belts he could buy, and finally he got fed up, had enough, and he said that he went out. Now apparently he had money to burn because he went out and he bought a leather sewing machine, and then he started buying the leather,
Oof.
and he made his own holsters, and worked with him until he came out with finished product that he liked, and then he started making belts. And good googly moogly, man, his belts had some weight. He took his belt off and he said, a proper holster belt should hold the weight of your weapon in the holster like this, and no sagging. Like, geez, what'd you do? Put concrete in there? He says, no, I just put the right amount of leather.
Good grief.
Yeah, so
I don't think I've ever had a belt that heavy.
Well, I consider him to be Billy Badass because he said that, he didn't like something, and so he went on ahead and made the change himself. And I don't know why, but okay. I didn't see, for some odd reason, your comment didn't come up. Your first comment didn't come up on my screen here, but Ziggy says 21 years, but your wife is only 29. Yep, that's right. I married her when she was 8. And I don't know why you're trying to suck up to her. Did you really upset her that much last time y'all talked? Hey, I won't lie to you. He's afraid of my wife. Hell, I'm afraid of my wife. Because I'm not going to say she's as mean as me. She's not. But she's as conniving as me. She's manipulative. And she shoots damn near as good as me, if not better. But I won't admit that to her, ever. But yes, I love my wife. No, in spite of myself, and my wife loves me in spite of myself, and that's asking a lot from somebody. But man, this has been some really fascinating conversation. I don't know about you folks in the audience watching, since there was so many comments.
She's scary. I'm scared.
Yeah, well, he should be, because he comes back to the States every 6 months to go do his checkup at the VA, and he stays with us while he's here. And the next time he comes in, he's scheduled to stay for more than a week and a half so we can, do stuff. And I guess he's already sucking up because he comes back in April, I believe it is, and he didn't want to have to deal with a pissed off Carla when he gets here.
That's never a good thing to start off with.
No, it's not. But I guess that's my best guess of why he's trying to suck up, and he should suck up because she controls everything. Well, the cats kind of control a lot of stuff, but that's a whole different story. And we're not going to even get on that topic tonight because, oh my goodness, it's been a wild week and a half. And for those of you who are unaware, I've been down with the flu since New Year's Eve. That's when I first started showing signs. And Ziggy, you don't have to be scared of her because she's down with the flu also. But she's like a day or two behind me, so it's really bad for her. And I'm just trying to heal up, get better, because I have a trip next week. I'm going to Washington, D.C. for the State of American Energy Conference, banquet, event. I don't know what they call it. In fact, I got to go check my email when I get off of here, because I was supposed to get some more detailed itinerary, but I'm part of this group called Energy Citizens, and every time they have a call to action, I respond. Having grown up in the oil field, my work career, 20 years in trucking, the vast majority, probably about 80% of it, was in the oil field, even though I still ran cross country with some of the stuff. But yeah, I'm a big proponent of petroleum, natural gas, and I'm all about drilling. And so I've been with Energy Citizens for a couple of years now at least. So they called me up one night, this is back in December. Hey, William, would you like to go on an expense-paid trip to Washington, D.C.? And I'm like, hell yeah! So I'm trying to get well enough to make sure I can go, and waiting to figure out what exactly I need to wear because ChatGPT tells me that I need to bring a dark suit with a white shirt and a solid color tie, uh, dress shoes that are polished. But the whole point it said is you want to fit in, you don't want to stick out. The best compliment you can get in Washington, D.C. is you look like you belong here. So we shall see. So, oh, and that's also my warning message, if you will. Next week there probably won't be a stream. I'm not sure yet, but I can't take my computer up there, obviously, and I can't do a lot of stuff with my Chromebook. Although I'm probably going to bring that with me. So, and also I don't know what the time schedule is going to be for all that stuff because I'm flying out on Monday, and hell, I'm flying out at 7 o'clock in the morning on Monday. And I think eventually I will land in DC at like 4:30 maybe their time because I'm jumping the time zone. And I think there's a banquet that night, and then the State of American Energy deal is the next day on the Tuesday. And I don't know how long that's going to run. I have no idea of anything that's going on other than they said that they are planning, if they're trying to get a head count, they're planning on doing a tour of the Capitol, which, yeah, I want to go. As a truck driver, I said I would never go to D.C. In fact, McLean, Virginia, which is a stone's throw from D.C., that's as close as I got. And I said, I don't go any further north than this. Not doing the East Coast. Not doing New England, none of that. Yeah, not at all. Nada. But this is a chance to go, and of course, I don't have to drive because I don't drive anymore. And I'm gonna just lap it all up. Hey, I might even take pictures if I think about it. Then Kevin's saying do it off a phone or a tablet. Well, then I'll if I do it off my phone or my tablet, I'm gonna have to go through Restream to stream to my all the platforms that I do. Right now I'm streaming to YouTube and Twitch and allegedly streaming to TikTok, but I don't think it's actually happening. But anyway, yeah, I can still stream to YouTube and Twitch. I can't utilize what I'm using now to stream across multiple platforms with my Chromebook. Yeah, bring my selfie stick. Hey, that might be what I'll be using to hold up my camera. But I don't know what all I'm gonna have, and it's also gonna be how I am able to pack my stuff because there's no checked baggage. Well, it's $50 per bag if I do checked baggage. They're just gonna allow me the carry-on stuff, and I know absolutely nothing about flying regulations and stuff. I haven't flown since 2001, my first and only time flying, and a lot has changed. No, I'm sorry, that was 2000, because 2001 is when 9/11 happened, and a whole lot has changed with flying and what's allowed and what's not allowed, and I'm just waiting to find out where we're going, what we're going to do, so I can have an idea of what I need to bring and go from there. But I will try to be live next week. I don't know how many people are in here. Let me see. Okay, according to YouTube, there are 5 people watching. Okay, 5 people, raise your hand if you want me to go live next week. Okay, that makes it. Oh wait, you didn't raise your hand, JB. Okay, that makes it unanimous. I guess I'll try to. If I'm not at some kind of banquet or something like that, because, well, I shouldn't be, because I stream at 9 o'clock Eastern time, East Coast time. So hopefully we'd be back at our hotel by then. I mean, unless they want to take us out drinking or something. I mean, it is DC. And yes, yeah, I know there are also weight restrictions. There aren't just weight restrictions on carry on, there are size restrictions. Uh, I read a little bit about it. I guess it was on the TSA site. I'm not sure. And you're only allowed, I'm just going to say 36 inches. 36 inches. Yeah, if your bag is, I can't do the math in my head, but like 14 by 14, that would make it 28 inches. 36 inches. And I'm just throwing 36 inches out as, a hypothetical. Try to find an interesting place for a nice background, but be aware of noise. Ooh. Well, then, maybe I will bring my wireless lapel mics that I can hook up. But anyhow, enough about all that jaw jacking and whatnot. Where can people find you at, JB?
They can find me by my website at jbcutlery.com or email at jbcutlery2025 at gmail. They can find me on Facebook at JB Cutlery and YouTube also at JB Cutlery.
Okay, folks, and as I said earlier, his website is linked in the description of this video on YouTube. Now, the only problem is I don't know why, but it didn't show up as a link, but it's pretty easy to remember, jbcutlery.com. So, why it didn't come out as a hyperlink, I don't know. Like I said, technical difficulties today. Good googly moogly. Our technical difficulties tonight. Everything was groovy cool this afternoon when Dagan and I were walking through some of this stuff, but I never know what it's going to be until I hit that button to go live, and tonight the button didn't want to go live. Well, the button wanted to go live, but the computer didn't. And yeah, everything got kind of cross-threaded, but it'll be simple next week, because next week, if I'm able to do it, I won't be doing it on my computer. I'll be using some less fancy stuff, but stuff that'll work. So, anyway, it's getting to be about that time. I want to thank you, JB, for being my guest tonight. I know it was kind of spur of the moment thing, but when you said something about you were making knives, I was like, oh man, he's got to be a guest on my show. And
I appreciate you asking me to be here.
well, I'm glad you could make it, and I hope that you get some business from this. And hey, maybe, just maybe, you get a job from this. You could come back on the stream, and we could see some video of it and talk about it and show what you're working on for somebody.
Yeah, we can work on that.
Most definitely. Well, all right, folks. We're about to zone out. You can stay on so I can talk to you, but remember, folks, be kind to each other. You don't know the battle that the person next to you is fighting in their head. We're all fighting a very difficult battle, and most of us never say anything about it, but we're still fighting that battle. And a smile or a hello, something simple as that, can make all the difference in the world. It could mean the world to somebody. It could mean somebody's life. And JB popped out. But anyway, yes, be kind, and always remember and never forget, and we're hoping this is going to work.
It's not a trend. It's a lifestyle.